What's good, people? We're here for part two of what defines a good player in Madden 12. And we started with quarterbacks. We might as well go to who they're throwing to most often, wide receivers and tight ends. And probably the most important combination of things is height and jump. With height alone, you're going to be able to get face throws. You're going to be able to get, fades to the end zone. You're going to be able to get rocket catches. It just makes everything so much easier. Like, you don't even know. Like, you do know because you probably use some of these bigger targets, but those guys over 6 feet, especially those 6'2", 6'3" plus guys, oh my goodness, Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitz, like, you can do a fade with Greg Jennings and, pull it off. But I can stop that. If you do a fade with Larry Fitz, Calvin Johnson, even if I got three dudes there, sometimes they still come down with the rock. So just that alone, will let you know the jumping and the height is amazing. This is what makes Ramses Barden, all those big guys like that, really good players. And the next most important category, in my opinion, is catching in traffic, and spectacular catch. Here's one thing about all the ratings for these tight ends and wide receivers. Over 85, it matters, but anything under 85, it's kind of a wash. Like, there's no difference between an 84 catch and a 60 catch. I mean, there's a difference, but it's not significant enough to matter. But if your catch is over 85, if you get hit right away, your guy will tend to hold on to the ball. You know what I mean? But if your catch is like an 84, the guy will tend to drop the ball. So, that and that catch in traffic are really going to define, and make your guys really easy targets, because you can fit it into a tight pocket and he's going to get hit, but he's going to hold on to the ball. That's going to make a really huge difference. That's why, the Packers have been so tough all year, really tough. And as far as the spectacular catch goes, you don't need height if you got jump and spectacular catch, because you're going to be able to get spectacular catch animations, and also you're going to be able to make the diving catches more often and things like that. So spectacular catch is a really nice feature to have. The higher it is, once you hit below 85, it's hard to get the spectacular catch animation, but if you're over 85, you can get it almost every time. And, speed and acceleration. What would a wide receiver be without speed and acceleration? This is what makes, the Devin Hesters, the Wes Welkers, Deshaun Jacksons. This is what makes those guys good, because they're little, but they're fast and they have high acceleration. Welker doesn't have a high speed, but his acceleration is so high and his route running is so good that when he makes a cut, he's basically running the same speed as he was when he made the cut. There's almost no slowdown time, so that's what makes him good. But that acceleration is really what's going to make guys break out of their routes on the slants and things like that. I mean, it really helps out to have high acceleration and speed. Of course, the speed for the over-the-top threat. And, you can't put slow defenders on faster guys. A faster guy is going to torch a linebacker. So, that also helps. And then the next thing I want to talk about is awareness and route running. This isn't so much important, but if you do run option routes, this will make a huge difference. If you're running an option route with Fitz, he'll find the open spot. If you're running with DHB, he might run into another defender because he's an idiot. And I can say that I'm a Raider fan. Same thing with, just running routes. Once guys don't have nothing to do, if they got good, awareness and route running, they'll typically go to an open spot. And as far as the release and strength goes, you're not going to be able to bump guys like Calvin Johnson. You just can't do it. If they have that high release, you just cannot jam those guys in high strength. And what you'll notice is virtually everybody on this list that has that high strength is, over 6 feet. So that's also a bonus. And that's going to help them in the blocking as well. So if, you're running tosses, or, you motion your guy to the middle and, have him as a lead blocker as well, which is illegal in the NFL. But Madden purposes, it's an effective tactic. It helps out. So basically for tight ends, though, everything is the same as wide receivers, because you want receiving tight ends. Except, the height isn't as big as of a deal. Not because you don't want as big of a guy, but Most of the guys, as you can see, are over 6'3", and that's really all you need. There are some special cases like Aaron Hernandez, who's still a good tight end, but it hurts that he's only 6'1", because he's not as dynamic of a player as he could be. And as far as tight ends go, strength is a little bit more important. And then you kind of want to look at, impact blocking, run blocking. You can look at pass blocking. That's more of a bonus. But I would say impact blocking, run block strength, and run block footwork definitely make an effect. So, check those out for your tight ends more or less. And again, if you're into the franchises and things, agent contracts. This is a skill position, so their ratings are going to typically start going down at around 28. That's when you lose your physical abilities. And the thing about these is it's more drastic because it's a skill position. Physical, skills are required. So the downfall is a lot harsher than it is for a quarterback or, a kicker or punter. But, just to recap, height and jump are probably our most important things. Then our next most important things are catching the traffic, spectacular catch, combination of that. And then, the next thing you want to look at is speed and acceleration. And those are going to be the most important things. I hope this helped you guys out a little bit. And be on the lookout for Chaz Schillings, Denario Alexanders, Ramses Barden. Those kind of players are really good for Madden. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe. Peace.